Hey everyone, we're going live here on Facebook for our monthly community meeting. Just checking this out. Give us a moment while we get everything set up. We want to make sure we record as well. Let's see, it looks like we've got this going very slowly here. Bear with us while we confirm that everything's up and running here on Facebook. There we go. Our monthly meeting. Let's mute that. Great. Okay, let's avoid some excessive picture-in-picture and jump back over to the screen share. That looks good. If I flip back over, I should see that we are live. Actually, let's make this a new window. And there we go. Now we are fully live. Stop the screen share. You'll see my big face. Let's share one more time. Make sure this looks nice. As always, we do these meetings once a month to just provide everybody an opportunity to hear what's going on within the Highwire world, ask questions, get updates, and it's a lot of fun. And we are going to kick this month's edition off. If you're catching this on replay, we're also going to have a blog post that kind of writes this out a little bit more succinctly in text if you want to just do a quick scan of what's going on. All right, I will be flipping back and forth between the presentation and any Q&A in Facebook. So if you write a question in there and I don't get to it immediately, just wait a second. It will come up shortly. We are here November 8th, 2022 for our November community meeting. And we're going to structure these pretty much the same way that we do all of the community meetings here at Highwire. And cover some committee updates, some financial updates, our marketing numbers. I'll give a very brief 2023 strategy preview. We'll do a much bigger preview of that in December as we get closer to the end of the fiscal year. And then, of course, open it up for any Q&A. And let's jump into it. As always, we go over our core values to start. Those are our transparency, safety. Let's jump into it. As I'm trying to pull it up on my phone as I check the comments and I mute myself. Transparency, safety, community, and action, and you'll see those come up throughout our presentation here. Getting into committee updates, we have a couple exciting things to share this month, but as we have been, the first thing we'll cover is just our status with COVID-19 and how that's impacting our programming. We've been using the CDC metrics throughout and kind of putting our own spin on that and making sure we check all the different related metrics that are local as well as national. There's a document that you can find on our website that covers all of that. And we remain in a low status for the community guideline from the CDC, and there's some more details in the next slide that go into the caseloads and everything like that. Everything's a little bit less than it was in our October community update, so that's good. We're going to continue monitoring this month by month, and just go from there. There's no guarantee as to when any of this is going to change or end, so we're not making any kind of grand statements about when we will change our processes. We're going to play it by ear and follow what happens, what the science tells us. Spilled my water on this nice chessboard, so I'm wiping that off. Bear with me for one moment. We have also been tracking the monkeypox, orthopox virus as well. There really have been some clear signs of that declining over the past few months. And if that continues for the rest of the year, we'll probably stop tracking that unless something newsworthy happens there. Here are the particular data we look at. As you can see, caseload is down, and the hospital metrics are kind of a mixed bag, one up, one down. Let's get into actual committee updates. Some really exciting stuff. We've kicked off our season 9 programming. It's our biggest and most ambitious slate yet. We've got 62 teams performing across our in-person and online venues. We've got 8 in-person venues this round, including 4 first-time venues, 11 in-person shows. Some of this has already moved around a little bit. You'll see an updated version of this coming out, I believe, later this week. The second No Land Beyond show is moving over a week, and we're still working on some other updates that will come shortly. But really excited. We've already had a couple of great shows. The Spooky Speakeasy that Robin Stegman produced was a real hit, had a bunch of really exciting and fun bits and sketches there. And then we also had our debut at Charm City Meadworks and No Land Beyond this past weekend, which were excellent. Great spaces to do shows. So very excited about that. We've also recently announced the formalization of the Highwire Hive, which is previously was just kind of an ad hoc program by which we would pull together folks to do in-person shows when we had an open slot on the schedule, or if we wanted to just do a mashup team because we only had 3 teams for a particular show. Um, but we found that was not really kind of meeting our expectations internally about how transparent the process was and how accessible it was to new improvisers. And so we formalized this into a program specifically to provide an outlet for solo improvisers. Not that you can't be on a team and join the Hive, but it's kind of meant to be an additional resource for people looking for stage time. There's a sign up form. It'll be a very direct process by which you sign up to be in either online, in person, or both shows. And anytime we have a Highwire show, which we're going to aim for about a Highwire Hive show once a month online, once a month in person, there'll be a call for anybody who's interested. You'll have plenty of time, 48 hours or so, to respond to the email and say you're interested. And then from the group of people who have expressed interest, there will be a lottery drawing of folks who were eligible and are able to participate. And that way it's fair, it's simple, and we'll make sure that people who have previously done like the most recent 1 or 2 shows don't just get selected again. We mix through the group. So if you're interested to sign up, we'll put the link to that in our comments from this video and is also in the blog post. Really excited about this. We've also are really excited to kick off the teacher training program we previously announced. We had a huge amount of interest, which was super exciting. We're going to launch 2 cohorts, one with an in-person intensive towards the beginning of February or the end of January, and a second that's fully online because we had a lot of people who are outside of Baltimore who are interested in this program. That'll run roughly February to April. We've sent some emails out for those. Cohorts are not exactly finalized. We're waiting to get responses back from that initial group. We might add a few more people if we have space. But rest assured, if you didn't get included in this first cohort or you didn't apply yet, we're going to be running this as long as we can. And our aim is to get to every single person who's applied and wants to be a part of this process. We think whether you want to be an instructor or if you want to be just a coach or just bring high quality improv instruction to your workplace, any and all work that we can do to make that a possibility is really important to the mission of Highwire and making this an art form that more people have access to. Going into our financial details, we have a pretty typical month for the company. We had a broad set of income from ticket sales, workshops, and applied improv courses. We had our typical expenses, and always great to see the majority of the expenses going out towards performers and instructors. So we're paying artists. Of course, there's always some bank fees, some software stuff, and a net income of about $750 for the month. If you've been following along at all, this has been pretty typical. A couple months up, 1 month down, pretty stable budget throughout the year. And of course, our marketing numbers, kind of a pretty similar story. Slow growth. A little bit up and to the right as always. Getting really close to 1,000 Instagram followers. I'm sure that means something. It means something to me at least. I know it means something to Kristen. I thought it'd be really exciting. And we're going to keep going from here. We're going to focus a little bit more on marketing, I think, in 2023. As we get into more of the 2023 strategy in December, we'll talk a little bit about what our plans are for expanding to classes, as well as for how we're going to get out more into the community and market to people who maybe aren't already involved in improv in some way. One last thing, and I'll stop sharing while it takes a moment for any questions, is we do have our Season 8 awards arriving. This is an example of one. I'm going to hide the placard here. Do expect to see an awards announcement coming out very soon. We're always so excited to do these. They're a lot of fun. And maybe we will be on live again sometime soon to announce those. But I'll pause here, see if there's any questions in the chat or in comments. I don't see any yet. Let me give it a moment here. Let me check the version I posted on my own profile. But otherwise, I think we will sign off here. And thank you, as always, for joining us. If you're catching this on the recording, Do feel free to send us any questions. You can post on this video. You can email us at highwireimprov@gmail.com, or those are the two best ways to reach out to us. You can do a direct message on Facebook Messenger as well. Until next time, thank you so much, and check us out online. We have a show tonight. Bye, everyone.